Boo, it's not nice to fight cats, okay? It is not nice to fight cats.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:12 a.m. Good morning, Simba. How are you? Simba's a little upset right now because I can't open the window. So the cats have a morning routine, and that morning routine includes me opening the windows for them so they can smell the air. The problem is that we are still under a very bad air quality alert today, so I can't open the windows for them. Yesterday I had to keep all of the windows shut. The day before I had to shut the windows, and so we're going on day 3 now that I can't open the windows for the cats, and they're not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. They're not happy about that. However, this morning the sky is actually a light blue. It's a really light blue. It's not yellow, beige, white, or orange like it's been yesterday and the afternoon before. So my goal is to get ready for my day and then get to the supermarket because I need to buy ingredients to make homemade raw cat food. I bought all the organ meat yesterday. I stocked up on cat litter yesterday. I got some canned food yesterday. But today I need to get the ingredients for the raw food, like some chicken and stuff. And I'm hoping to make raw food this afternoon. If I don't make it this afternoon, I'll make it tomorrow the latest. But we have enough raw food to last us until, I think today. I think I only have enough for breakfast and dinner today. So that's why I want to make it today. I'm hoping to get out early today before the air starts deteriorating again. But I don't know, maybe it'll get better as the day goes on. We'll have to see. I'm looking outside and I see one of my neighbors from like 2 or 3 houses down. They're wearing a mask outside. I don't know what they're doing, but yesterday nobody was outside. Like I normally see so many people like walking their dogs or just exercising. Nobody was outside yesterday. It's 9:52 p.m. I just got home like 5 minutes ago. And I sat down to have a snack. The next thing I know, Boo and Splash are having like a stare down on their play rug in the other room. And then Splash walked off and I was like, okay, crisis diverted, no problem. The next thing I know is that Splash is over here and Boo's over here, and the two of them were in like the worst fight I've ever seen any cats get into inside of this house. Almost as bad as the fight that Boo had with Hydrox outside. Except Boo and Hydrox were like tumbling around. There's Splash right now. And I did not see Boo and Splash tumbling around, but it was bad. And I was yelling for them to break it up, and they were not breaking it up. They were just like ignoring me. They just kept at it. So I had to quickly get up and run over to them. And even when I ran over to them, so they were fighting here, and then when I ran over to them, they just took the fight over here, and it was like half under their table, and I was just like yelling, you know, stop fighting, stop, stop, stop. And then finally they broke it up, and I was just yelling at Boo. I was like, Boo, go in your room, go in your room. And he was all puffed up. I've never seen Boo all puffed up. I've seen his tail puffed up before, but his entire body was puffed up. So I yelled at him until he went in his room. So he's in his room right now, cooling off, and then here's Splash. And I want to make sure Splash is okay, but he doesn't always let me pet him. So I'm just hoping everything is fine. You okay, Splashy? So there's a bunch of fur here. You can see there's some black fur and white fur, and I think the black fur is from Boo, and the white fur is obviously from Splash. I have to vacuum and clean all of this up. They've just kicked up a bunch of stuff. One thing I am thankful that I don't see so far is any blood. I don't see any blood. I mean, that's how bad the fight was. So I'm gonna see if I could examine Splash. So Splash just went in my room. I think he went under the bed with Stella and Simba because they're all freaked out from the fight. And here's Boo. I opened the door to his room and he came prancing out like he's so proud of himself. And he feels okay. Boo, it's not nice to fight cats, okay? It is not nice to fight cats. So I shut the door to my bedroom because I don't need him getting in a fight with Splash. I can't believe what a good mood Boo is in right now. So for dinner tonight, the cats had Fancy Feast. And they had Fancy Feast here on the play rug. And I don't know if that's what made Boo crazy because, you know, Boo loves canned food. And they haven't had canned food like that in a while. Or I don't know if it's because I went out for a little while. So this afternoon I made homemade raw food for the cats. Then I had dinner and then I was like, you know, I'm going to go out and take care of some errands and stuff with some stores that were open later. So I went out. And when I was out, I was hoping Boo was not going to vomit because that's what he has a tendency to do. If I go out, like after I feed the cats, and sometimes he vomits, I think because he has a nervous stomach. So the first thing I did when I came home was check the house for vomit. I did not see any vomit, but yeah, I don't know. I might have to check the security cameras to see what happened while I was away. If maybe Splash instigated something, I don't know. I just can't believe how happy Boo is right now after getting in that horrible fight. Good morning, Simba. How are you today? It is 6:45 a.m. and I have 3 automatic feeders set up, ready to go. I don't have food in them yet except for a morning snack for the cats. There's a little bit of freeze-dried chicken in them that's going to be dispensed in about 15 minutes. What I normally do is fill them with a little snack for breakfast, and then right before I leave I fill them up with their dinner and breakfast tomorrow in case I'm not back. And here's Stella. She's camped out by Boo's automatic feeder. Splash was camped out by the other ones, but as soon as I put the camera on, then he moved. And that's what these cats do. Once they see the automatic feeders, they kind of wait by them until they're dispensed. And here's Boo. He's laying on the day sofa watching the feeder from here. And Boo's automatic feeder is on a little bit of a raised platform. And I'm hoping that the ants don't find this feeder. Yesterday I put 2 little ant baits in this room, and the last time that I used an automatic feeder in this room a few weeks ago, it attracted some ants. So that's why I'm hoping this time it doesn't. If I didn't mention it, there's some freeze-dried chicken in the feeders. Good morning, Splash. It is now 8:45 and the cats are having their breakfast. They're having homemade raw food with a little bit of freeze-dried chicken sprinkled on top. I don't know why Stella's spitting out the chunks. So what I've been doing recently is just hanging out here and watching them eat to make sure that nobody's stealing anyone else's food, and just to kind of observe the interactions between all the cats. And then once everyone is pretty much done, then I go downstairs and I feed the kittens downstairs, and I've been doing the same thing down there, just observing who's eating what and what the interactions are. Today's a little bit rushed because I do have to get out of here sooner rather than later. The later I leave, the more traffic I'm going to sit in, and yeah, the earlier I leave, the less traffic there will be. So I've already talked to the cats about their job assignments. They all have their regular jobs. So Splash is in charge of protecting the furniture. Nobody can scratch on or ruin the furniture. Simba's in charge of bugs. Boo's in charge of security, making sure there's no strange people or animals in the yard around the house. And Stella is in charge of interpersonal relationships, making sure everyone minds their manners and behaves. Hey, Splashy. It is 9:45. All the cats have had their breakfast. All the litter has been scooped. All of the feeders have been filled. Here's Stella. She's on the bed. And what I've realized is that Splash has been eating Stella's food. So I've been petting Splash recently and thinking he's gaining weight. I'm like, Splash is getting big. What's going on? And that's what's been going on, because I noticed it today and I noticed it yesterday, that when I watch them eat, that Splash will eat his food really fast and then he'll go and he'll eat part of Stella's food. But I've caught him doing that the past few days, so I kind of distract him. I give him a little more of the freeze-dried chicken, and then I give Stella more time to eat her food. So that would explain why Splash is getting bigger while all the cats are pretty much staying the same weight. I have been weighing them pretty much every other week, and they've all been stable, if not losing like 0.2 pounds a week. So I didn't weigh them this week, but I'm going to weigh them this coming week, and we'll see what's going on with Stella. I can't weigh Splash because he doesn't let me pick him up, but that's the situation. Here's Simba. The cats put themselves in the bedroom because they like hanging out here during the day. And here's Boo. Boo says in order to do his job properly, he has to be on top of this cat tower because it's higher than the shelves in his room. He gets a better view of the yard, and he's just going to relax while I'm still home. All of the security cameras are set, so I have a view of everything. And this is what's going on down here. So the cats ate their breakfast, and there's just a little bit of crunchies left on the plates. I've only been putting a little bit of crunchies on the plates just to kind of keep Nancy quiet because she cries until she gets some crunchies. So I'm going to pick up these plates. That's good. They have fresh water, little Eva, and their automatic feeder is set up, and I've already tested it this morning. I have it dispense like 1/8 of a cup just to make sure that there's no blockages, and it's working fine. And those two platters, the trays that you see on the floor, they're being held down with like the blue tacky poster stuff, and that worked great last time, so hopefully everything will work fine this time. At 12 p.m. it will dispense a half a cup of food on each tray, and then at 7 p.m. it'll dispense I believe a cup of food on each tray, and then at 9 p.m. it'll do I think another half cup on each tray, something like that. So they'll have plenty of crunchies. So food is not an issue, because if these cats were living outside and I was going away, they'd be living off of this automatic feeder. So that's no different. They would also have a water station outside, and they have a water station here. That's no different. What is different is the litter box situation, because if they were living outside, pretty much, you know, the entire neighborhood is their litter box, and because they're living inside, I have limited litter box space. So I have one really big litter box here. I have this large high-sided litter box here. I have another extra large litter box here, and then 2 large litter boxes here. So there's a total of 5 litter boxes, and I know these litter boxes will get the cats through 24 hours. The question is, will they get the cats through 36 or 48 hours? So if I go away on an overnight trip, I'll probably be back by this time tomorrow night, so that would be 36 hours. All these litter boxes have been topped up and filled with fresh litter, so I would think it would be okay. Here's little Eva. She wants to show you. She's saying, look, it's fresh litter. I could roll around in it. I actually just put that litter box back yesterday because after the last time I had used it, I just kind of let them use it for a while, and then when it got low, I put the litter in the other litter boxes, and then I took this outside and I scrubbed it. So this has been freshly scrubbed just the other day, And then yesterday I put it back out with fresh litter. Normally when I'm around and I'm scooping it twice a day, I'm fine with 4 litter boxes down here. But if I'm going to be gone like overnight or something, I think it's better to have 5. It would probably be better to have 6 or 7, but right now I don't know where I'd put them. I don't have the space. So for example, in this corner here, I have a whole bunch of cat food. Maybe if I can find another place to put all this cat food, I can then put another litter box here, and that would bring us up to 6 litter boxes. Something like that might work. All right, guys, you're gonna be good? Everyone gonna be good? You okay, little Eva? Little Eva wants to like me because she's coming around more and more, especially at meal times. Like, she'll come up to me as I'm making the food. She won't like rub up against me, but it's like she wants to be friendly with me. She wants to interact with me. But if I reach down to pet her, then she gets scared away. So, and then here's Ziggy and Goldie. My other main concern is ants. So I'm really hoping that ants don't find the dry food on these trays while I'm gone. And I'm really hoping I don't come back to just, you know, tons of ants all over the cat food. I just gave the kittens and the cats upstairs a whole bunch of toys from Sharon. Some of the square, like crinkly pillows, and then some of the other ones with the fringe on them. The ones with the fringe, they fly through the air really good. Like, they're very aerodynamic. It's almost like throwing a football. So they'll have some new toys to play with while I'm away. And yeah, we'll see what happens when I get back. It's about 9:15 p.m. I just got home and this is what I found. So far, this is the only vomit that I found in the house, and I kind of expected it. So this is a whole bunch of dry cat food that most likely Boo ate, because on the security cameras I did see him going from feeder to feeder and gorging himself on dry cat food. And it has totally been vomited back up, probably because he ate too much. So now I have to clean this up. It is 9:22 p.m. Let's take a look at what's going on down here. And this is what the automatic feeder looks like. So it would have dispensed food around 7 a.m. today, around 12 p.m., around 7 p.m., and then around 9 p.m. I don't know how accurate the actual time is on this, because it says the next feed is at 9 p.m. and it's already after 9 p.m. And when I was checking the security cameras, I believe this is off by maybe like an hour. But the good news is that there are not a whole bunch of ants crawling around these platters. So I'm actually going to pause this machine. I might pick up some of this food, put it in a container. So this is the big test, and the big test is the litter boxes. So this litter box looks good, and this litter box looks okay. And these 3 litter boxes look really, really, really full. So I'm going to scoop all the litter boxes right now, and I have a really good idea of how many litter boxes I need for 36 hours away from home. How you doing, Simba? Simba says he feels really good right now.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It is 7:58 a.m. and here's Stella, and let me tell you what just happened. So I was relaxing on my bed. I was researching something on my iPad. The bed did not look this messy. This blanket was laid nicely over the bed, and Stella was over here. All of a sudden, I looked at Stella, and she was making the pumping motion like she was going to vomit. She was not making any noise at all. No pumping sound, no hacking sound. She was completely quiet, but she was making that pumping motion. And right away, I knew she was going to throw something up. So I don't have anything in the room that I could grab and put underneath her. So I was just grabbing this blanket to try to get enough of it underneath her. Like if I bunched it up, if she was gonna vomit like a bunch of liquid or something, at least it would absorb it and I wouldn't have to like, you know, do layers and layers of laundry. What ended up happening was she ended up vomiting a hairball, and she did it completely silent, which I'm not happy with, because if the cats are going to start vomiting hairballs silently, then I'm never going to know when they're vomiting hairballs and where they're vomiting hairballs, unless I happen to find them. So, not happy about this. I wish they would make the hacking noise that some cats make when they vomit a hairball, or at least that pumping noise. She didn't do any of that. She made absolutely no noise. Here's Bowie's a little bit upset about the whole thing. So what do your cats do when they vomit up a hairball? Do they make hacking noises? Do they make pumping noises? Or do they make no sound at all? It is 9:25 a.m. and the cats are eating their breakfast, and this is what they normally do. So I usually come out here with the platter with the 4 plates on it, and then I put the platter down, and then I separate the cats. Like, I move their plates off the platter. But they always try to eat like this. Like, I put the platter down and then they rush the platter. They just want to eat together on the platter. So today I'm like, I'm just going to let them eat together on the platter. And we'll see how they do. Usually Simba and Splash rush through their food and they're the first ones done. Maybe Boo and Stella will eat faster or better because of the close proximity. I don't know. I ended up moving them apart because Boo stopped eating once his freeze-dried topper was gone, and I had to move him over to keep him from eating Simba and Stella's food. And then Simba was trying to eat Stella's food, so I moved her over, and yeah, Simba's the first one done. Splash is like the first one done. They pretty much finished the same time. And now I have to just keep an eye on things to make sure neither of them eat Stella or Boo's food. So when they finish all of the homemade raw food, if they're still hungry, then I usually give them what I call a dessert, which has been like half of a Sheba, or I might split a can of Fancy Feast between the 4 cats, so they'll get like less than an ounce of Fancy Feast, and that usually has been working for them. It is 7 a.m. Here's Stella and here's Splash, and let me tell you what just happened. So I was laying in bed, about to get out of bed, you know, I just got up, and Stella jumped on the bed, and the next thing I know, I heard another silent hairball. And when I say silent hairball, I mean there was no hacking, no pumping. At least when the cats make the pumping noise, then I could kind of get up and try to divert them to vomiting the hairball, you know, where it's easier to clean up. But there's no time for that. It was just like, blech, and it came out. Like, that was... It wasn't even that loud. It was like softer than that. It was seriously so silent. I don't even know how I heard it. And I'm blaming Splash because I know it wasn't Stella, I know it wasn't Boo, and I know it wasn't Simba. So it had to be Splash. Right, Splash? The reason I know is because Stella was with me. Simba was on this cat tower. And Boo was by the windows in his room. So, has to be Splash. And thankfully he vomited it on the floor, so it was a very easy cleanup. But if Stella and I were listening to music or watching TV, I don't think I would have heard it. I think the only reason I heard it was because the house was totally quiet. That's how silent these hairballs are. And I'm starting to wonder if they're diet related, because the cats always used to make that pumping sound for a while before they, you know, vomited a hairball. And now they're not doing it since they've changed their diet, since they've been on like a low-carb diet. What's going on, Stella? Why are you guys throwing up silent hairballs? The cats have just had some playtime. And Stella looks so pretty here in the scratch and roll. Right, Stella? You look so pretty. Look how pretty Stella looks in the scratch and roll. Stella, you look so pretty. Good morning, Boo. Good morning, Stella. Good morning, Simba. We're here on their play rug. And everyone is still kind of getting up this morning. I just got ready for my day. And today is Cat Management Day. So I am rearranging my schedule because from the beginning of June until the end of November, I get a CSA farm share delivery every Friday. And what that means is I get a big box of fresh produce, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, everything's organic from a local farm. And it's wonderful because I don't have to go to the supermarket nearly as much as I do the rest of the year. And I have plenty of really super healthy food to eat all week. But what that means is when the box gets delivered, it easily takes me at least an hour, sometimes more, to kind of prep all of the produce. I like to wash it and cut it up and, either freeze it and get it ready to easily consume. I have found that if I do that right away, then I'm really good at consuming all of the produce. But if I don't do that, if I just kind of toss it all in my fridge and kind of clean and prep as the week goes on, I'm not as good at doing that. And sometimes I might forget about something might go to waste, and I don't want to do that. I'm trying to eliminate that food waste. So I've had to kind of carve out that time on Fridays in order to prep all that food. So what I decided was that if I'm carving out time on Fridays to do that, then I want to carve out time during the week to take care of like raw cat food and, cat shopping and just everything that goes into cat management. And I'm going to do that today. Today's Thursday. So we're going to see how much of that we could get done today. And I'm trying to keep my summer weekends free so I could actually enjoy the summer, right, Boo? And go away on the weekends, which was so nice. Last weekend, I was away for 36 hours. It was so much like a mini vacation. It was like so refreshing. And the cats enjoyed it. I think it's good for the cats to kind of be on their own for a little while. I enjoyed it. So it was like a win-win situation. The only bad thing about it was that Boo threw up his crunchies. But the cats don't get crunchies at all. Like if I'm home, they don't get crunchies at all. So I think they kind of look forward to when the feeders come out because now they know that they actually get some crunchies. It's the only time they get crunchies. So on today's agenda, I'm going to take inventory of all my cat supplies and figure out like what I need to buy, what I have, take a look at how much homemade cat food I have and figure out how much I need to make, if I need to make any, and then head out, buy everything, come home, and just take care of all kinds of cat-related stuff today. I think this might be a good routine, a good schedule, and we'll see how it goes. When dealing with multiple cats in a house, it's really, really important to stay organized and have some kind of management routine. Right, Bo? So Boo says he's really happy. Today is Cat Management Day. And Boo's doing much better. His fur is growing in really nicely. He's not over-grooming himself anymore. And he's a very happy boy. Boo's very happy. You're very happy, Boo? He says he's so happy. It is 10 a.m. right now, and I just took an inventory of my freezer, the one above my refrigerator. The one downstairs that I have for cat food has 8 days worth of cat food in it. So that'll last a little bit more than a week. But I found that I have some frozen chicken necks from about 2 weeks ago. There's about 20 ounces of frozen chicken necks. Those are 75% bone. Then I also found 20 ounces of organ meats. This is 10 ounces of liver, 5 ounces of hearts, and 5 ounces of giblets. And I made a note that's 20 ounces and to mix it with 11 pounds of boneless meat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this with the chicken necks and then buy additional boneless meat to use with this. So this will be one recipe, and I did the calculations. I only need to buy 8 pounds of, you know, some kind of boneless chicken or turkey or whatever I could find. And here I found some more organs. These were frozen whole in about 4-ounce portions or 4.5-ounce portions. So this is about 9 ounces of organ meats. And this is over a month. This has been in the freezer over a month. So I'm going to buy about 5 pounds of boneless meat to mix with this one. And then I'm going to use eggshells with this recipe instead of bones. That'll give the cats a little bit of variety. And this will make enough food for like another week. So that'll be good. All of the cats have been fed and they've been brushed. And here's the little Eva. Can you see what she's playing with? She's playing with a rubber stamp. I don't know why, but these cats love playing with rubber stamps. And Eva needs to use scratching post more often because she has been getting her claws stuck in the rug. And there's plenty of scratching posts for her to use. There are 3 cat towers down here, as well as this scratching post and this scratching post. So there's lots of scratching posts. There's even this one that I moved down here after realizing that nobody was playing with it in Boo's room. And over here in the corner of this downstairs bathroom, this is where I've been keeping the litter stash. So I have 2 boxes here and I have 3 bags. The bags are like 18 pounds each and the boxes are 20 pounds each. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to buy 3 bags of litter today, or 3 boxes. And I am going to scrub out 2 litter boxes today. Probably this one. Whichever litter boxes are lowest in litter. And I'm going to do 1 litter box from downstairs and 1 litter box from upstairs. Because what I've been doing is scrubbing all of the litter boxes on the same day, like once a month. Once a month, I'll take a day, I'll scrub all the litter boxes. It'll take me a few hours and then they're done. And I'm thinking with this new cat management day once a week, what I could do is split up the litter boxes. So instead of doing like 8 in one day, I could do 2 every week. So that would still be 8 a month. It would just be 2 this week, 2 next week, and I'll just rotate them depending on which ones are the lowest in litter. And that will also help me recycle litter, because the litter that I take out of the litter boxes that I'm going to scrub today, I'm not going to just throw it out like I would do on the days where I'm scrubbing all 8. I'm going to actually take that litter and put it in the other litter boxes and just kind of like rotate it in. And Nancy says she likes that idea. So that's the plan. And instead of buying like 6 to 8 bags of litter twice a month, I think what I'm going to try to do is just buy 3 bags a week. And let's see how this goes. I mean, I'm going to try it for the first time. Look at Goldie. She's splooting there. Who do I have? We have 6 cats down here. We have all the cats except for Ringo. I don't know where Ringo is. There's little Eva. There's Sammy. There's Richard, Nancy. And there's Ziggy and Goldie. I don't know why they're all down here. They could be upstairs. The door's open. Maybe they know the schedule's off today because we're trying this new schedule today. I also surveyed the dry food and the canned food. And we have plenty of dry food. And the cats upstairs have plenty of canned food. The cats down here have plenty of canned food also. So I really don't need to buy any more canned food. There goes Richard, he's splooting. So I'm probably not going to do that. I don't know. If I see a good sale, maybe I'll pick up like a case of Fancy Feast pate or maybe some more Shibas. Like they're still on the low carb food, which is good. And it's been working well. So I'd like to get out and get my errands done early before the traffic starts and before the stores start getting busy, and so then I could get back and have plenty of time to do everything this afternoon. It is 2 p.m. I just got home, and here's Nancy. She's been taking a nap here on the cat tower. So I still have to make raw food for the cats, clean out the litter boxes outside. I think I'm going to do that first because it's starting to get cloudy out. I don't know if it's going to rain, so I'd rather just get that over with. I still have to edit and post a video for today. And then I wanted to do some vacuuming and some cleaning, like cat-related vacuuming and cleaning. So it's a full day. The errands that I ran today took longer than they normally should because I was also doing some shopping for a birthday. But I did get 4 bags of litter, which was more than I wanted to. And then I also picked up some canned food for Stella and Boo and Splash and Simba because Stella and Boo are celebrating a birthday this month. They're going to be 8 years old. We don't know exactly when they were born, and that's just an estimate of their age based on like when the kittens were born and about how big Stella and Boo were at the time. So yeah, this month in a few days we're going to be celebrating their 8th birthday. So Simba and Splash just turned 7 back at the end of April, beginning of May. They were born in 2016, and Stella and Boo were born sometime in 2015. I'm estimating around June, just because they both have a bit of a split personality, and that would fit with Gemini, so that's why we do June. Here's Richard. It looks like he's been taking a nap in this catted track. He's using it as a pillow. And look at what's going on here. It's Stella, Splash, and Simba relaxing on the bed. How you guys doing? Here's Sammy. She's been walking around. And there's Goldie. She likes to follow Sammy around. And here's Boo. He's been relaxing by the window in his room. This is his favorite spot during the day. Here's Sammy. She's in her favorite afternoon spot on one of the kitchen chairs. Hey, Sammy. It is 4:20 p.m. and I got 2 litter boxes scrubbed and put back, and I got the area around them cleaned up and vacuumed. I got half of a video edited, and now I am going to replace these circular inserts in the cat towers with fresh ones. But I wanted to show you how well these work as far as helping to keep these cat towers clean. Can you see all of the cat hair around the edges of this insert? I mean, it's just, there's cat hair everywhere. And instead of having to dig it out of the cat tower, I can just lift this up and the vast majority of the cat hair comes off with the insert. And this is just wonderful. Thank you so much, Sharon, for making these. So yes, there is still some cat hair around the edge of this cat tower, but nowhere near the amount there would be if I was not using this insert. So I am going to go grab a brush and brush the cat hair off of this before I toss it in the wash. And I'm going to do that with all of the cat towers right now. And here we have fresh ones. I just put a fresh insert in this one and a fresh insert in that one. Let me show you how good this works. So here's one of the fabric inserts that is covered with cat hair, and this is the slicker brush that I use on the cats. And all I'm going to do is brush the insert, and when I brush it, the cat hair is going to come off into the brush. Can you see how all the cat hair is just coming off into the brush? I'm sorry if the camera's not catching it. Look at that. See all that cat hair? Now I just take it off the brush, throw it away, and keep going. It's a little bit difficult to do it with one hand, but I have one hand holding the camera. But I think you get the idea. So now it's clean enough that I could put it in the washing machine. So here's another one just covered in cat hair. Do you see how by brushing it, all the cat hair comes off? Look at all that. Look at all of that cat hair that just came off 5 of these inserts. That's a lot of cat hair. It is 8:30 p.m. and I just finished making about 5 days worth of raw cat food. So this is 1 day's worth, 2 days worth, then there's already 3 days worth in the freezer. And each day is 3 pounds. So I made about 15 pounds of food. I started only like a half hour ago, not too long ago, so it hasn't been too bad. I got a really late start. I'm just trying to finish up before it gets dark out. I need to take the garbage out, and I think I might be able to make like one more really, really small batch. It's 10 p.m. and look at what's going on here. So I took out some of the round mats that Sharon made for the cat towers because I have extras. And I said, I'm going to give the cats some catnip on them. So I sprinkled some catnip on each mat. And look what they've done. So they each picked a mat. And they're all kind of enjoying their catnip. Boo's kind of laying on it and rubbing on it. And Stella's eating it. And Simba and Splash are eating it. They're actually all eating it. But they can rub on it also. Boo's also rubbing on it. The other ones are just really eating it. I think these work really good for this purpose because in the past I'd give some to the cats on like a paper plate and then they would just eat it. And if I put it on the rug, they roll around in it, but they also try to eat it. So these are kind of like fabric plates that they could roll around on at the same time. Look at Stella. I'm glad they're enjoying their catnip. I still have to clean up the kitchen. I was putting their supplements together because now when I make the homemade raw food, I grind up the meat and the organs and the bones, and then I do the supplements separately, and I add the supplements when I serve the food. So I put together like almost 2 weeks worth of supplements. Did you like your catnip, Stella? I put the TV on for them. There's some mouse videos they could watch. How you doing, Simba? Simba says he feels really good right now. How you doing, Boo? Boo says thank you very much for the catnip. And there's Splash. Hey, Splashy. Catnip cats. It is 10:25 p.m. and I put 7 of the round mats on the floor down here. And I sprinkled some catnip on each one just like I did upstairs. And there's Ringo. Ringo's enjoying that one. Sammy's enjoying that one. There's 3 cats on that one. There's Goldie. This is Goldie's spot at night. She loves it here. Look at that, she has a toy up there. Goldie took a toy up there. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sounds like someone upstairs is running around. Okay. This is a hit with the cats down here also. Look at Nancy, she's rolling around with that one. Look at Ringo. Ringo's such a big cat. How you doing, Ringo? You like the catnip? Hey, Sammy. Nancy rolled herself under the ottoman. And Ringo's doing a good job of rolling himself under the trampoline. And Richard discovered that one. So at least it seems that these kittens are not immune to catnip. And there's Ringo and Richard, but Ringo still gets freaked out even when he's on catnip. Okay, I'm gonna shut the lights and let them enjoy their catnip for the night. This was a success. There's still one waiting down here for Goldie. I just sprinkled some catnip on the trampoline cover. And of course Nancy is the first one to jump on it. Hopefully no one's going to get too crazy tonight. Look at all of them. They're all rolling around on their catnip mats. Goldie just found her mat. Look what's going on here. So Splash is on this catnip mat. This was the last one Boo was on. Here's Stella. She's relaxing on this catnip mat. And there's Simba. He's relaxing on that catnip mat. That's the one he stole from Boo. And Boo got mad at him. So I moved it over here, far away from Boo. Well, I'm glad this was a success. The cats seem very content. Here's Splash on this one. They're all zonked out. And here's Boo. It's okay, Boo. You could relax. You don't have to do your job all the time. You have some time off, Boo, okay? I always forget that I give the cats their jobs, and then I always forget to give them time off. You're off duty, Boo, okay? You're off duty. You have the night off, okay? You don't have to work, okay? You don't have to look out the window. You have the night off. This is what Nancy does at night. She looks underneath the kitchen door. Stella's on the other side right now. But a lot of times, Nancy will sit here and she peeks under to see what's going on because she's very nosy. Come on, Nancy. Go downstairs. Look what he's doing. He's brushing his teeth. They love to chew on the toothbrushes. So why not let them? Look. He's brushing his teeth.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:15 a.m. and Boo's laying on this round mat. I'm sorry if the camera's out of focus. There's Simba, he's laying on the other round mat. There's Splash, he's in the cat tower across the room. And here's Stella. And Stella has been trying to wake me up since about 5:30 a.m. And thankfully, I was able to go back to sleep because I didn't get to bed until after midnight last night. And I try to get at least 6 hours of sleep. So I was like, I'm not getting up, Stella. Like, you're just going to have to chill out for a little bit. But she continued and persisted. Finally, I ended up getting up about a half hour ago. Here's Simba. So I made a very big mistake last night, which was so stupid, and I know better, and I should not have done it, but I did it anyway. And today, I just feel like, you know, not good from it. So what I did was I had a snack last night. It was probably like 11 p.m. And I know that if I eat late at night, then I'm not going to sleep well and I'm not going to feel well in the morning. I'm just going to feel just really tired, fatigued, and drained. And it's pretty much how I feel right now because, yeah, I ate a bunch of food at 11 p.m. Yeah, this morning I'm not too happy about that. I know I should not eat late at night because in the morning it makes me really slow and sluggish, and that's what I did. It is 10:10 a.m. and one of the reasons why I gave the cats catnip last night is because I knew I was planning on vacuuming this morning. So I just vacuumed pretty much the whole house. I still need to do downstairs, but with the Dyson, it only lasts like 20 or 30 minutes on one charge, so I have it charging, and then I'll do the downstairs later after all the cats eat their breakfast. Here's Boo. And yesterday, as far as being cat management day, was pretty much a success. I did not get everything done that I wanted to get done, but I got most of it. And of course, the first time you put any kind of new routine or schedule or plan in motion, you know, you always have to make adjustments as you go along. So now, next week, hopefully it'll be even more efficient because I'll be able to make some slight adjustments. Right, Boo? So some of the things that I did not get done were washing the stainless steel trays that are downstairs for the automatic feeder. I wanted to do that. I did end up planting cat grass last night. That's one of the reasons why I ended up going to bed so late, because after I did their supplements, I was like, well, I wanted to do cat grass. So I planted cat grass for them. I haven't planted cat grass in many weeks, so they're going to be really happy once that starts growing. And what else did I not do, Boo? What else did we not get done? Just some more cleaning. I wanted to do some more cat-related cleaning yesterday. I ended up doing it this morning instead. So overall, I think we're all good. And now it's playtime. This is their favorite toy right now. This is the piece of pool noodle on a cat charmer. It's 4 p.m. and here's Boo. He's in his room and I'm testing out a homemade squeeze up. So I recently got a vacuum sealer because I have a farm share and every week I get a delivery of fresh produce. And I thought with a vacuum sealer I could fit more of it in my freezer because I don't always eat it all. And I thought, let me see if I can make like a homemade squeeze up. So what I have in here is some baby food. It's some beef baby food. And it's really just to test the concept of this. Now, obviously, it would not be... Boo. Don't rub against it. You want to eat it? It would not be shelf stable if I did this. So I would have to freeze them and then defrost as needed. Or I could keep them in the refrigerator for several days. And it looks like it's working. Hold on, let me squeeze more up. I made some thinner. This was like one of the first ones I made. They're kind of thick. Then I made some thinner ones. But he's licking it. And the reason why I wanted to test something like this is because I always wished that I could mix in like medicine or supplements into a squeeze up and then the cats would take it that way because they love squeeze ups. And I've never been able to do that because it's really messy if you try to do that. So that's why I was like, let me see if I could make one on my own. So let's say, for example, I had to give Boo some kind of medicine and he could take it in his food. I could mix it into like a homemade squeeze up into some baby food and then make a homemade squeeze up. And then he could take it this way. Or even something as simple as some like hairball medication. Or some extra, like if someone had a hairball and I wanted to give them some extra fish oil or something. But look, he's eating it. So it appears this concept does work. So now it's just a question of kind of improving on it. And one little jar of baby food made like 4 of these. And that would make sense because each squeeze up usually has, what, like half of an ounce in it? And then a little jar of baby food's like 2 ounces. So, all right, I'm going to squeeze the bottom. I'm going to squeeze the rest of this up for him. All right, so he finished it. We got as much out as we could get, and he's still trying to lick up more. So he really enjoyed it. Good job, Boo. So here's my other prototype, and this one is much thinner. And let's see if Stella will eat it. You going to eat it, Stella? Once again, it's beef baby food. It's the same thing. It's actually, I think it's beech nut. It's not Gerber. Huh, look at this. She's eating it. I'm sorry if the camera's not focusing. Yeah, this is working good. This size is easier to squeeze. I just snipped the corner off the top. It's coming out like a squeeze up comes out. She's licking it just like she licks a squeeze up. Good job, Stella. Okay, so I'm going to use my other hand to get to the bottom of this, and it looks like both were a success. Here we go. And there we have it. Stella ate it all. She's still trying to lick more. Good job, Stella. It's 11 p.m. and there's Boo. And I just gave all the cats a toothbrush. All the kittens downstairs got a toothbrush. All the upstairs cats got a toothbrush. Look what he's doing. He's brushing his teeth. They love to chew on the toothbrushes. So why not let them? Look. He's brushing his teeth. You okay, Boo? So tomorrow I am going out to see Grandma and Grandpa Farrell, and that means tomorrow morning I have to get all the cats set up. I did not set them up at all tonight, so tomorrow I have to do that. And yeah, I hope I get out of here at a decent hour, and hopefully the cats will not have any issues, everyone will behave, and it'll be as good as last weekend was. I just tried to take the toothbrush away from Boo, and he like fought me for it. See? He's like, give me my toothbrush. Oh, because it's a brush. I forgot Boo loves brushes. Okay, Boo? I don't want him to cause himself any tooth problems over a night by chewing on this, just in case there's any issues. That's why I'm going to take it away. You could have it when I'm back. It is 9:30 p.m. Hello, Simba. How are you? I just got home. So I've been gone for the past 36 hours or so, a little bit less than that. And now that I'm home, I get to walk around the house and look for vomit. Right? Right, Simba? How you doing, Simba? You did good? Here's Boo. He's very happy I'm home. And here are 3 of the automatic feeders, and they are completely empty. Let's open them up and see what's inside. Yeah, look at that. Empty. 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 The cats did a good job. You did a good job, Boo. Let's see, did you vomit anywhere? So here's Boo's feeder, and not only is there no food, but there's also no ants, so that's very good. Hello, Stella, how are you? So I've walked around the entire house. I haven't gone downstairs yet, but I've walked around the entire house and I have not seen any vomit, so I am very, very happy. Stella's very happy I'm home. I think what is helpful is the fact that the cats really don't get crunchies anymore unless the feeders come out. So when they see the feeders come out, it gives them something to look forward to. So they're more focused on the fact that they're going to get crunchies than the fact that I am going to be away. So those two facts kind of balance themselves out. And also, if I get into doing this more often like I've done in the past, then they kind of get more used to it and it becomes more of a routine. So this weekend I was away for like a day and a half, and then last weekend I was away for a day and a half, and a few weekends prior, I don't think I was away like an overnight trip, but I was away for like full days. So they've kind of been getting used to it. So we'll see how it goes. Let's take a look at what's going on down here. There's little Eva. So Sammy comes and she greets me by the door. So I've already seen her. This is what's going on with the automatic feeder. So they've been eating food out of these trays. There's plenty of crunchies in these trays. I'm actually going to clean up most of the crunchies. And I only see, I don't know, like 5 small ants. I thought it would be teeming with ants just because I saw a few ants before I left. So I'm going to deal with this. I'll put the feeder on pause and clean up these crunchies and, yeah, try to eliminate whatever ants I see. It looks like they've been having fun here. So they knocked down this cat scratcher and then they pulled this carrier and the blanket off of the top of this trunk. They took the pillow off of this IKEA bed. I don't know if they're playing with the toothbrushes I gave them, but the toothbrushes are scattered around. Here's the trampoline. I'm seeing some rubber stamps on the ground, but they like playing with those. And other than that, everything looks good. There's little Richard. How you doing, little Richard? Hey, Ziggy. Here's Nancy. She wants to get some pets. How you doing, Nancy? You smell my hand? You smell Marty? Sammy is licking my toes. Why are you licking my toes, Sammy? Oh, is Stella gonna play? Yeah, she likes that little bridge. She wants something to go underneath it.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
Good morning, Boo. How are you today? So I'm here with Boo. It is 8:40 a.m. Good morning, Splash. The cats have not had their breakfast yet, but today is a special day for the cats. Today we are celebrating Stella and Boo's 8th birthday. So I have no idea when Stella and Boo were actually born. There's Stella. So I know Splash and Simba were born sometime around the very end of April, early May of 2016. And at that time, Stella and Boo were very young cats. They most likely weren't even a year old. They might have been just around a year old, but I think they're a little bit less than a year old. And based on their personalities, because they both have kind of split personalities. Hey, Boo, he's been rubbing up on my hand. Because they both have kind of split personalities, I kind of feel like they are Geminis. And Gemini season is May 21st through June 21st, or roughly around those dates. So we're going to celebrate them today. Because today is June 21st, and it is the longest day of the year, And for me, this is always one of the kind of like the saddest days of the year because days start getting shorter again. I love summer. It's my favorite season of all. I love really long days. I love sunshine. I love warm weather. And the fact that the days are going to start getting shorter now is just a total bummer. So that's why I normally, you know, dread this day. But we're going to celebrate Stella and Boo's birthday today, right, Stella? So now we're going to make it a happy day, right, Stella? It's going to be a really good day because it's your birthday celebration and Boo's birthday celebration. And we're going to have a very good day, right? And we're going to start our day with a canned food platter. So when I went shopping for cat supplies last week, I was thinking, like, what would the cats really want for their birthday? Like, what would be really special for them, something that they don't normally have? And I thought that they would really like some, let's just say, junk food, even though it's not totally junk food, because I know that on birthdays and holidays I like to splurge and eat all kinds of foods that I normally don't eat the rest of the year. So I thought I would make this a special day for them. Hey Simba. And they are going to have a Friskies platter. So I bought all different varieties of Friskies for them. Only the pate varieties, because those are the lower carb varieties. Even though they have rice in them, compared to the other varieties of Friskies, they are not nearly as bad as the other varieties that have like corn, wheat, soy, all that stuff. The pate doesn't have any of that. So that's what we're having, Stella. We're having Friskies. Are you happy? When they lived outside, when they first started coming around my house, that's what I used to feed them. This is what their plates look like. So we're having 5 different varieties of Friskies. They're having like 1/8 of a can of each. So it ends up to be like half of a can. If they eat all of this, then they could have a little bit more. I opened up some purple churros, and there's some purple churros around the plate. And then there's a sprinkling of their favorite freeze-dried chicken. And everyone has the same platter. So they should be happy with this. This is how I cut up the cans. I just gave them their food, and it was so funny because they were trying to share a platter. And I was like, no, you guys each get your own platter. You don't have to share the platters. It looks like some of Stella's food got pushed around because, you know, I had like 2 platters in each hand. And on the platters, the food can slide around. So we'll see what they eat. But they've all just dove into their food. So when it comes to homemade raw food, Boo's usually like the slowest eater. But right now with this canned food, he's like the fastest eater. Boo is really, really enjoying his meal, so I think this was a good call. And there's Stella. She's enjoying her meal also. I don't know why Boo's tail's in her space. Simba moved over to Splash's plate, and Boo moved over to Simba's plate. This is Boo's plate. So if everything goes well today and nobody gets sick or vomits or anything, then this could be a really good plan for holiday celebrations for the cats, because it really would be equivalent to, you know, humans celebrating holidays with foods they would not normally eat, you know, on a regular basis. It gives them something to look forward to. The same way that not having crunchies on a daily basis gives them something to look forward to when they see the automatic feeders. When they see the automatic feeders come out, they know that they're going to be getting crunchies out of the feeders, and they actually, you know, get excited for that, and they look forward to that, because it's something special, because they're not getting it, you know, otherwise. So Boo cleared his platter off, and now he's clearing Simba's platter off. And Simba cleared Splash's platter off. And Stella's working on hers. So Boo has been licking his platter clean. Now he's going to finish whatever Stella left on her platter. I'm happy this meal was a success. There's Simba. He's taking a bath. There's Stella. She's taking a bath also. Look at what's going on here. So last night, I found the ball that goes in this turbo scratcher. And I also found the ball that goes in this turbo scratcher. So last night, both of these had balls in them. And today, none of them do. And when I say last night, I mean like around midnight. And right now, it's 9 a.m. So it only took the cats 9 hours to get the balls out of these. I don't know why they do that, because they love playing with them. Was it you, Richard? Good morning, Richard. Was it you? Did you do that, Richard? I don't think it was Richard. I think it was Sammy. And maybe little Eva. Could have been Goldie. Who knows? Maybe it was Richard. Look at that. I just found one of the balls. That was very easy. Look at that. As soon as I put it in there, Sammy comes running. Now the other ball is yellow. Also, last night I ordered more of these cardboard replacements for the inside. And I got some new toys for the cats coming. The downstairs cats are having what's left of those cans of Friskies. I also opened a large can of Wellness for them. So we'll see what they eat. I don't know why, but 3 of them are not eating right now. Okay, here comes Ziggy. Nancy just jumped to the top of the cat tower, and Richard wants to play. So I'll come back in a little while and see where they're at. It is 2 p.m. It is about 2 p.m. and here's Ringo. He's relaxing in a cat tower by the window. And I'm just about to go outside and scrub 2 of the litter boxes. So tomorrow is cat management day. I'm trying to do that once a week. But last week I had so much cat stuff to manage on cat management day that it was a really, really long day. And this week I decided that I was going to go and buy like the cat stuff that I needed today instead of tomorrow. Because if I went and bought the stuff tomorrow and then, you know, had to make raw food or put the stuff away, it was just like too much to do in one day. So I decided that the day before will be the day that I run whatever errands I need to run and purchase the cat litter, buy whatever ingredients I need for cat food, stuff like that. So this morning I went out and ran those errands, and I also am trying to do that in the morning when there's no traffic, because lately if I try to do anything in the afternoon, I just waste so much time sitting in traffic, which is crazy around here. So I got it done in the morning and not much traffic at all. And I got some food for a birthday dinner tonight for the cats. I'm going to cut up some food. They're going to have some chunky raw food. And I got some Shebas on sale just to have, because the cats like to have that as dessert. I got some meaty sticks for Stella, Boo, Splash, and Simba for their birthday celebration. And I also got them some shrimp. So they're going to have some shrimp at their party tonight. So that'll be fun. And I looked at the weather forecast, and the next 6 or 7 days, there's like 70 to 80% chance of rain every single day. So that's why today I am going to do the litter box scrubbing. It worked out really well last week, just doing 2 of the litter boxes. So I'm going to do 2 of them today, get them out of the way, and then I think we're good. Here's Ziggy. She's been staring at me. And here's Richard's back half. He's been meowing at me. There's Goldie. No one really enjoyed their breakfast today, so I think they're all kind of hungry. And actually, they're all in this room right now. There's Nancy. She's on top of the sofa looking out of this window. Sammy is sitting in a box. There's Goldie. There's Richard. There's Ziggy. We saw Ringo in the cat tower. And there's little Eva. I still have to put the litter away. And I got a few package deliveries today, so I have to open those up. This is what is left of their breakfast. As you can see, they did not eat at least half of it. It looks like they did not eat the wellness, and that was the turkey pate, the wellness turkey pate. I don't know why, but none of the cats like that wellness pate anymore. They loved it for a while, and of course I stocked up on it, and now nobody wants to eat it, so I might end up having to give it away. It's 4:15 p.m. Look at Sammy. There's a bug on the other side of the door, like outside. At least that's the one that I saw her trying to eat. She's trying to eat a bug on the other side of the glass. Hey, Nancy. Nancy came to see what Sammy was meowing about. There's Ziggy. It's the Goldie girls minus Goldie. Where's Goldie? Here's Sammy on her favorite place to hang out in the afternoon. She loves hanging out on this chair. Hey, Ziggy. Today, I bought the cats a new toy when I was in the pet supply store. This is a turbo track. So it's basically like a turbo scratcher, but instead of having the scratcher in the middle, this is more like a cat track. So I figured Sammy would love this because she loves the turbo scratcher. And I'm wondering if Stella, Boo, Splash, and Simba might like this also. They're not really big fans of the cat track, but the ball in the cat track is more enclosed. And with the turbo track, it's more exposed. So I'm wondering if that would make a difference. Maybe the cats would like it more. If the upstairs cats don't really like it that much, then I'm sure the kittens will like it because they love the turbo scratchers. So I'm going to put this together for them and we'll see what they think of it. I'm in the middle of putting it together and here's Simba. So my initial reaction when putting it together is that it feels like much cheaper than I thought it would be. For some reason I thought it would be larger and these circular areas would be more similar to the size of a turbo scratcher, but it's much smaller than a turbo scratcher. And I also thought it would be kind of like the same heavier quality plastic than a turbo scratcher. It's not, or maybe just because, you know, this is thinner, maybe it feels like it's not. I just put it together for the cats. Is Stella gonna come over and check it out? I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in this configuration because like the ball never goes above this little bridge. See that? Yeah, not too happy with that. Yeah. Okay, I am going to take this apart and do some other kind of configuration with it. So when I was looking at the box, I thought this configuration would be really good. This is called Scribble. But the problem with this configuration is the ball will come out either end. Like there's no caps for the end. So that doesn't make any sense. Unless you put the higher part like on the ends. But the ball could still come right out. I'll have to figure this one out. Okay, so I just turned it into a long squiggle, and nobody wants to play with it. Here comes Splash. Splash, do you want to play with it? Yeah, nobody cares. There's Simba, Stella walked away, and Boo's in the hall. Nobody cares. So I'm going to redo it again. Okay, I just made the heart with it. Is anybody going to play with it? I think Stella's more interested in the box. Simba, you gonna play with me? Oh, is Stella gonna play? Yeah, she likes that little bridge. She wants something to go underneath it. I don't know if this thing is going to survive the kittens because, like, it's not put together very well. Like, the way that these pieces snap together, they're not very secure, so I don't know. I feel like they're going to be able to tear it apart, but we'll see what happens. As you can see, it's not really a big hit with the cats. No. Alright. Okay. I tried. It's like 5 minutes later and look what's going on. Simba has decided to lay inside of the new cat toy. Nobody wants to play with it, but he's happy laying inside of it. It's about 8 p.m. and this is what the cats are having for their dinner so far. So we have some cooked shrimp cut into pieces. We have a little bit of beef cut into pieces, some chicken cut into pieces, and then there's a chicken wing tip in the middle of each plate. Everyone has the same as far as Stella, Boo, Splash, and Simba are concerned. And we'll see if they eat this. I think Boo is really going to enjoy this because these are some of his favorite things. Splash might enjoy it. I don't know about Stella, but we'll see. Okay, everyone has their food. And Boo's digging in right away. I knew he would. Simba's giving some things a try. Splash is smelling around and, yep, Stella's gonna walk away. Stella says, this is not food for a queen or a princess. She needs her pate. She's like, how dare you serve this to me? I just moved it over for her. Maybe she'll taste something. Maybe she just didn't want to eat where she was before. But these larger chunks of food are good for their mouth and their teeth. And I've been mixing chunks like this into their homemade raw food. So I wanted to see what would happen if I served them a meal that is all chunks. Everyone's enjoying it so far. Boo's eating his beef. And Splash is eating the shrimp. I don't know what Simba's eating. Now, I'm also testing Simba with the beef because Simba has a history of vomiting whenever he eats beef. So if he eats the beef and then vomits, then we know. Like it's a beef thing. Stella, why are you not eating? Do you want some freeze-dried chicken on it? Want some freeze-dried chicken on it? Alright, I give everyone a little bit of freeze-dried chicken. So Stella is, I don't know what she's eating. Maybe she's just eating the freeze-dried off the top, but maybe she'll eat some of the stuff that's underneath it. Now, feeding them like chunks of meat like this usually takes them a bit longer to eat because they have to really chew it versus just, you know, swallow. Well, so Simba ate all of his shrimp and beef, and now he is stealing the shrimp off of Splash's plate. Splash might steal something off of Stella's plate. I'll give Stella some canned food if she doesn't end up eating any of this food. So Splash is now stealing off of Stella's plate. And Boo's just happily chewing away. I don't know if anyone is going to eat the wingtip in the middle because I've tried feeding those to the cats in the past and they've kind of rejected them. But Boo might. Boo really likes the beef, so I might give him some more. What's going on here? Is Stella actually eating something? Oh, she's eating the beef? Stella's eating the beef. Now Boo's eating off of Simba's plate. He's eating Simba's chicken. Look at that. Stella's plate is almost clean. Is she gonna eat the last piece? Is she gonna eat the chicken? Splash is gonna eat the beef. Oh, so they really like the pieces of beef. Simba's eating the chicken wing. I could hear him crunching on the bone. Or he was. Here, Simba, yours is here. Boo's a little bit overexcited. Is anybody gonna eat the chicken wings? Is Splash gonna eat it? I could give them some more of the chunked up meat, but I want to see what they do with these chicken wings. And I know I should have put like those wee pads on the floor underneath the plates. But sometimes they won't eat if I put like a placemat underneath it. I usually end up having to clean up the rug. Oh, there goes Simba. There goes Simba. He's crunching on the bone. There goes Boo chewing on the chicken. Maybe Simba got scared when he heard the bones crunching. So now we're just waiting on Boo. Maybe I'll cut up some more beef and put it on their plates. I might have another shrimp for each of them too. And this is what the kittens are having for dinner. They're having this mixed raw plate, and it has some raw beef on it, some raw chicken on it, and then some cooked shrimp. It actually looks kind of pretty for a plate of cat food. Alright, so right now it looks like everyone is eating some food. I mean, little Eva's a little bit confused, but yeah, everyone picked a plate. Sammy likes to eat on the plate that I put down separately. But there should be something for everyone on these plates. Goldie just grabbed a piece of raw meat and took it off the plate. I knew she was going to do that because that's what they like to do. Ziggy's doing the same thing. I was going to give them some pieces of the chicken wing with the bones, but I thought that they were going to do what Goldie's doing and just like drag it off somewhere and then just cause a mess with it. So I was like, just going to give them the boneless meat right now. Obviously, this is not a balanced meal for cats, but this is not something that they get every day. This is just a holiday in honor of Stella and Boo's birthday. So we'll see what they eat. There should be something that each of them likes, because there's shrimp, there's chicken, and there's beef. But they've never had a meal like this before, so, you know, they could be kind of confused by it. Oh, someone's growling. That's a good sign. Yeah, someone's growling. When they really, really like the food that I give them, then one or two of them usually growls. Go ahead, Ringo, eat the food. Look what they did. Goldie left a piece of meat on the rug. Who's growling? Do you see what Ziggy's doing? Ziggy just dragged some, I don't know if that's chicken or what over there. Okay, so it looks like they're enjoying their meal. Hopefully Ringo will go back and eat. Maybe he's just waiting. I think Richard's growling. And I'm surprised Nancy's actually seeming to enjoy this. Was she going after the shrimp? Sammy does a really good job of being independent, but at the same time being part of the group. And that's one thing that I've noticed about her. Like, she's not afraid to do things on her own. Whereas, like, some of the other cats are more codependent on each other. But Sammy does have an independent streak. But she's fine being part of the group also. See? Look, Boo's gonna go after them.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo. The Lucky Ferals.
It is 8:30 a.m. Good morning, Splash. I just gave the cat some freshly grown cat grass. I planted it last week on Cat Management Day. That was one of the things on my list. And all three of these cats were eating it at the same time, but then I think Stella got mad at Boo. It's okay, Boo. This morning, Stella was laying inside of this toy, this turbo track. When I let the kittens up later, it'll be interesting to see how they react to that toy, if they like it. They've already lost the balls from the turbo scratchers downstairs. I went down last night, and sure enough, both of the balls are gone. I have no idea where they are. I looked under the couch and could not find any. It is 9 a.m. and here's Simba. I just took all of the bedding off of the bed to put it in the laundry. And this is what Simba likes to do. But I wanted to mention that he did not vomit last night. Simba ate beef with everyone else and he did not vomit. So I think that's a really good sign. It is 5:24 p.m. I've been sitting at the dining room table working on my computer, like getting work done. I just got up and I saw this. So here's Sammy. She's laying on my backpack. So that's my backpack on the floor. And Sammy has decided it's a cat bed. And that's Richard and Nancy walking around. They let me know that it's almost time for dinner. It is 10:30 p.m. and I just gave the cats their Nipsey mats, and Simba's using the one that I put down for Boo. But there's another one over there. Maybe I'll have to move Simba over. But these are the round mats from Sharon, and I sprinkle some catnip on them, and the cats like to roll around on them. And tomorrow I'll vacuum, so that's why I do this. And yeah, so they'll enjoy their Nipsey mats. They're all on their Nipsey mats. Stella's having a good time. Look at Ziggy. Ziggy is the princess and the pea. She is on top of a whole pile of these round cat mats on this chair. I did the cat laundry today and I piled some stuff on the chair. And she's going to lay on top of it. Ziggy, you want some nips? Richard says he wants some nips. Okay, here we go. All 7 cats with their Nipsey mats. There's little Richard. Ringo's having a really good time, and so is Nancy. She's in the middle there. And there's little Eva. And there's Ziggy and Goldie. So this is the second time that I've done this for them. And they might start getting used to it. So like when they see these round mats come out, they might automatically be like, yeah, we're going to get some catnip. Ziggy, there's one here. Get the green one. Get the green one, Ziggy. There she goes. Maybe she doesn't want it. Maybe she wants to share it with somebody. Maybe she doesn't like catnip. I also put a little bit of catnip on the trampoline cover. Richard's going to move over to the green one. Ziggy's walking around like, what's going on? Look at Nancy. Okay, I'm going to go upstairs and see what the cats are doing up there. This is what's going on up here. I don't know where Simba went. Stella moved over onto Simba's Nipsey mat, and yeah. Oh, here he comes. I guess he went in the other room. It looks like most of the catnip's gone. I don't know if they ate it. The downstairs kittens like to rub around in it more, and these guys like to just eat it. But they like to roll around in it also. Hopefully everyone will be nice and relaxed. There's some mice videos on. Uh-oh, Stella's looking like she wants to bite Simba's butt. I got a new toy for the cats. It arrived from Amazon today, but I have to charge it first, and it's charging right now. See? Look, Boo's gonna go after them. Look at this. Simba is now laying on my backpack. This is where Simba took refuge. I don't know what is going on with the cats in this backpack. They've never, ever, ever laid on this backpack before. And then today they all want to lay on it. That's so weird. So it looks like Ziggy is enjoying the Nipsey mat that Sammy was using. Look at the arch. It's just tossed on its side. Nancy's moved over to the green mat. Richard's just hanging out on one. Goldie's relaxing on one. Little Eve is on one. And there's Ringo. And there's Sammy on the trampoline. Is she gonna jump on somebody? Sammy's looking like she's gonna jump on somebody. It is 8 a.m. and the cats got a new 3-in-1 hide-and-seek toy. I ordered this on Amazon. It just arrived yesterday. And what's interesting about this is that it is USB chargeable. So I wanted to give it to the cats last night. I thought I could just put batteries into it, but I had to charge it via USB. So it's been charging overnight, and Simba jumped on the table twice to try to play with it while it was charging. And the reason I know he did that is because he knocked it down, and I had to reset it. So they call it 3-in-1 because there is, you know, the typical wand toy underneath this that goes around. But then there's also this butterfly toy in the middle. I don't know why the butterfly is not moving. I just have it on level 1. I don't know if I have to put it on a different level. I don't know if it smells like catnip. There was a catnip packet that came with it, but like this fabric piece was wrapped in plastic, so it shouldn't smell like catnip. Alright, so this is level 1 and the thing goes around. So then this is level 2 and it looks like the wand goes around faster. And there's level 3. So the cats are, they're laying on this, which is stopping the wand from going around. I just put it back on level 1, and I don't know why the butterfly is not moving. Maybe the butterfly is not supposed to move. But the cats seem to enjoy it. I mean, look, these guys are hardly ever interested in toys. But they're interested in this. Unless they still smell some of the catnip from last night. I picked up their Nipsey mats. So the fluttering butterfly comes on when you short press the power button, and when you long press it, it turns the unit on and the wand goes around. I don't know if the wand's still going around now that the butterfly is moving. So now this mode switches between the wand and the butterfly, which is interesting because that might help the cat stay interested in this toy. So like right now the wand is moving. So it says it's 50 seconds and then it alternates. But it only does that 4 times. So I don't know if it does it 4 times and then it stops. Simba and Boo are both here, but they're afraid to go near the toy because Stella will bop them. I think Stella has claimed ownership of this toy. She knows it's a birthday present for her and Boo. So the butterfly stopped and now the wand is going. This is the most sophisticated toy like this that the cats have had. So they've had the Cat's Meow toy that has the wand that goes around. They've also had the Smarty Cat toy, which is downstairs. That one is kind of broken right now. And then this is the best one so far. Let's hope it lasts. So now on this mode, the butterfly goes around and the wand moves at the same time. So Stella's taking a break. She's eating some cat grass. Boo's watching the toy. I don't know if he's going to play with it. Maybe I'll move it over for him.